Hello viewers, welcome back again to another tutorial on how we sewed this week from start to finish. So if it's something you'll be interested in, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and turn on your bell. Let's get right into the video. So my client sent this here. Let's get right into sewing it to make use of our dome style mesh cap. The dome cap is different from the mesh cap. The mesh cap is more light and breathable than the dome cap. So in this video, this is the mesh cap that we are making use of. Make sure those two lines are at the front of your canvas head, then the one that came abi like a Y is at the back. So anywhere that the cap has the ones that is coming up like a bomb, make sure to pin it down carefully. So you sew it, that's to adjust the cap so that it will not be having any bump so the person is wearing it. So this is our 4x4 closure, factory made. I didn't ventilate this, so you just carefully pin down your closure like so, making use of either your T-pin or office pin. I'm making use of our office pin. So as you are pinning down, you'll be pressing it or dragging it to make sure that it's flat. Like, you see what I'm doing, you take it up and you drag it to make sure that the sides are all flat and there's no one that is coming up, like there's no one that is poking up. They are all flat. Then you place your tape on where your closure stop, then and you place it down at the end of your mesh cap. Then you start marking inch by inch, just like so. I made use of chalk here, but you can make use of Sharpie pen or anything you have to draw your line. So this is just me tracing out the whole lines equally, like so this is how to make your should I say the base or the guideline to start your wigging. So if you carry your bundles to wig, make sure that you tie twice, and that particular spot that you started to fix, make sure that you tie there, you fix. I don't know how to put it. You sew there like 3 or 4 times before you continue sewing like so, just like I did. The video is self-explanatory. Like, I don't know how to explain it for you to understand better, but while watching it you'll get what I'm trying to say. So if you are sewing like so and you notice that the hair is coming back, just use your pin to pin down that place where you started sewing. You can pin it on the weave on that you started sewing. You just pin it down there so it won't be dragging you while you are sewing, because but if you are sewing on the stand, it's different from when you put your canvas hair or your dummy head in between your legs and be sewing. The sewing is different. So this one might be dragging, and that's why you need to make use of your T-pin or your office pin to hold it down, just like I did. You see the T-pin I used to hold the weave down while sewing. You can see how flat it is. So this is how to turn. I want to show you how to turn. You just sew that place till you get to the line up, the line that we drew up, like the next line. You sew it till we get to the next line. When you get to that next line, you double tie like so. Double tie very well. Then you turn. After you have double tied like three or twice, you now turn like so. Use your hand to hold there, or use your TP to hold it, and then when you sew again there, you double tie tightly. You double tie very well so that that place that you turn will be flat and it will not be obvious that you turned it, because most clients don't like their wigs to be cut line after line, because it makes the wig to appear pieces. In case in future the client wants to re-wig her hair, it will make the hair to be in pieces. So why I turn is that it makes the hair to appear more fuller, and in case a client want to wig her hair, it will not be so pieces. You can see, if you want to sew your closure, see the way I fixed my needle. You don't fix your needle and thread on the closure itself. No, you fix down then before you start sewing, so that that ending part that we use to tie the thread will not be showing at that closure part. You understood the way I said that? You can go back to the video and see what I did there before I started sewing the closure. So I'm making use of the pattern that we used to sew the weave on, that's what I'm going to use to that's what I'm using to sew the closure. So you can see it. The sewing this closure part is really patient because you want the closure to be as flat as neat as possible while it's sewing down. Because I tell you, there's I don't fancy machine wigging, though I do it, but hand stitching is the best for me. Hand stitching is the best for me. It's my number one. Like, I love hand stitching weave on. You can see the way it's looking. It's neat. It's not showing like it's a hand stitched weave, like it was hand stitched. It's not showing that way because of the way I am sewing it. So if you watch this video to the end, you will see the outcome. You will see how it turned out very beautiful and flat, and there's no bumps, no lumps anywhere. So if you have watched to this point and you haven't hit the like button or subscribed, what are you waiting for? You can see the way it's looking. I'm just trying to show you how neat it is. You can see it. You can see how neat and flat it's looking. So this is now me continue sewing the weave on to the body. So yeah, at this point close to the closure side, you do not turn anymore, because if you turn, there's a kind of look it used to give that there is something under. So you cut. When you get close to the closure side, that's where you cut. You don't turn anymore. Like so. So this is me now sewing the last part. So the last part, you make sure you sew it very close to the closure that we sew. So this you're sewing on this last part now should cover the closure that we sewed down. So if somebody is opening your hair now, it's going to be seeing just this last sewing. They'll not be seeing the sewing of the closure. Hope you get what I'm saying. They'll be seeing this last flat sewing. It's going to cover the sewing that we like, the closure that we sew. It's going to cover. I don't know how to explain it because just what. So we are finished sewing. I went ahead to brush the wig using a big brush. So this is just me want to use my um electric coiler. So we're not making use of bending rollers, or we are doing heat coils, not a heatless coils today. So use your hot comb to flatten it first. Use your hot comb to flatten it very. Then you go ahead to use your coiler to still coil it again before you start rolling to give it that silky coil. You can, if you have much time on your side, you can as well go ahead to straighten the whole hair completely before you start coiling. But me, I just use my hot comb first, then use my um coiler, then I use it to straighten it before I start rolling. I made use of pin, that is bobbin pin, to pin it down because I don't want so tight and coils. So this is basically what I did. If you want me to make a tutorial on how to coil using the heat, using a coiler, because this is a smaller coiling one, not the bigger type. So if you want me to make a tutorial on how to use coiling wands, you can as well drop it on the comment section, or in the comment section for me to make a detailed tutorial on how to use coiling wand to coil your hair. So this is the outcome. You can see how beautiful it looks. I bet you this isn't looking like a used hair or an old hair. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. See you in my next video. Bye.